Mind of the Meanie is now an exclusive brand partner with WWEshop.com. Pick up all your favorite new merchandise from Roman Reigns.
Acknowledge me.
Cody Rhodes.
I have to finish the story.
LA Knight.
Let me talk to you.
And more using our exclusive link in the show notes. Click below and show your support today for your favorite WWE superstar at WWEshop.com.
Yeah!
Dr. Fisher's Medical Weight Loss and Aesthetic Centers, along with Mind of the Meanie podcast, presents Meanie Mania, the pay-per-brew kickoff event. Thursday night, April 4th, 7 p.m. to 2 a.m. 21 and older to attend with no cover at McCusker's Tavern on the corners of 17th at Shunk at 2601 South 17th Street in South Philly. Come hang out with ECW Original and WWE alumni, the Blue Meanie, at his favorite bar on the planet, McCusker's Tavern. McCusker's is the perfect spot to kick off your Mania week and go to for a pre- and post-wrestling event hang. Remember, McCusker's is cash only, but they do have an ATM on site. Lyft, Uber, and taxi services are highly recommended to and from McCusker's. 7 minutes from Lincoln Financial Field, 10 minutes from the 2300 Arena, and 15 minutes from Center City. Meanie Mania is also brought to you by Dr. Fisher's Medical Weight Loss and Aesthetic Centers on 2543 South Broad Street in Philadelphia. Go to bodybyfishernow.com. That's bodybyfishernow.com. Mind of the Meanie podcast drops every Monday morning at 6 a.m. and find our entire archive at mindofthemeanie.com. Meanie Mania, the pay-per-brew kickoff event, Thursday night, April 4th, 7 p.m. to 2 a.m. Meanie!
Yes, sir.
I have a poem for you. Are you ready?
Ready as I've ever, ready as I'll never be.
I'm going to use my Sam Krebs impression. Roses are red. Violets are blue. Trim your balls and your date will thank us too. What's up, fellas? Valentine's Day is knocking, and Manscaped is the remedy for what the Love Doctor ordered. His prescription, the all-new Performance Package 5.0 Ultra, designed to elevate your grooming game and shine like the heartthrob that you are. So join the 10 million men worldwide who trust Manscaped with our exclusive offer. So go to manscaped.com and snag 20% off plus free shipping by using the promo code MIND. Meanie and Meanie, I'll tell you, I've had some accidents before with Little John on the East Side boys. I haven't had any now. I've had a bush that looks like I have a clown in a headlock, and there's no more problems now anymore with Manscaped. So tell me, sir, how are you getting ready for Valentine's Day?
This Valentine's Day, I will not be a stupid Cupid. I will be using my Performance Package 5.0 Ultra to keep the bushel nice and kept around the hedges. So when it comes to that special time, my special loved one, there will not be no embarrassing mistakes or anything. It'll be a great time thanks to Manscaped.
That's right. Let's talk about the hero of Valentine's Day, the Lawnmower 5.0 Ultra. The electric trimmer features skin-safe technology, guarding your V-Day treasure against any grooming mishaps. So Little John and the East Side boys will be the safest they've ever been. It also comes with their brightest LED spotlight yet. It's brighter than your best romantic smile, perfect for precise grooming even in the trickiest spots. Oh, and also, Meanie, I don't know if you know this, but it's waterproof too.
What?
I know, right? Making shower shaves an absolute breeze. But hey, that's not everything the Love Doctor ordered. This package also contains the Weed Whacker 2.0 nose hair trimmer, Manscaped's liquid formulations, and 2 free goodies. The Shed Travel Bag and Boxers 2.0, because comfort is king for all my dogs. And for a happy ending, there's the Manscaped Refined Cologne. It's the Valentine's Day touch for your grooming routine. Elevate that grooming routine and set the stage for a romantically smooth celebration. And also for guys like us, the bearded kings, Manscaped brings you the Beard Hedger Pro Kit, designed to shape your scruff effortlessly. It sculpts your cheek lines and maintains beard styles, giving you that suave look for your romantic moments, seamlessly handling even thicker beards, pal. It's the perfect tool for a polished, date-ready appearance. So go right now today. What are you waiting for? Get 20% off plus free shipping by using the promo code MINDMeanie at manscaped.com. That's 20% off plus free shipping at manscaped.com and use promo code MINDMeanie because your grooming upgrade awaits you. Ready to charm your Valentine's date. And we want to thank Manscaped for sponsoring the program.
This is the Mind of the Meanie. Here are your hosts, the Blue Meanie and Adam Barnard.
Peace, world, and welcome everybody to the Mind of the Meanie, your weekly peek into the world, according to former WWE superstar and ECW original, the Blue Meanie. We'll cover wrestling, music, movies, sports, and lots of useless knowledge, all contained in the Mind of the Meanie. I'm your tour guide, Adam Barnard, and he is the Blue Meanie. Meanie, what's on your mind?
Oh, welcome back from Florida, my friend.
Thanks, pal.
Welcome back to this chilly, overcast, crappy weather that we had to suffer through while you enjoyed beautiful, sunny Florida.
Barf. Dude, I got off the plane. I got off the plane on, Sunday morning. I didn't sleep all night. Stayed up. Shout out to Muscle Man Malcolm, who walked with me outside of Tropicana Field from the press conference. And we walked around for an hour and a half after the presser let out. And it was about 2:30, I think. And we were like, well, we have some options because there's going to be another half an hour for this fucking Uber to show up. And I'm like, well, I have to be at the airport at 7:05. Like, my flight's at 7:05, right?
Right.
Do I just stay? Because I still have to pack. I still have to clean my Airbnb, right? Because I don't want to be a slob. I don't want to leave my shit everywhere. I don't want to leave trash. I'm like, all right, do I just stay up at this point? Or do I just do I sleep for an hour, risk missing my flight, and then have to rebook and there's all this madness? So I ended up just staying up. And by the time I got on the plane, I was fucking hallucinating. Like, that's how tired I was because I had already been up for an entire day before that, like an entire 24 hours before that. So I get back into Philly. I probably landed about 9:30-ish, 9:45. I had my carry-on, so I just walked right out into the Uber ride section of Philly Airport, and it's fucking freezing. Like cold, rainy fucking wind. It was like 30-something degrees. I was like, oh, fuck. I forgot how cold it was here. Like, what a shock getting off the plane again. Yeah. Blech. So, delightful.
Yuck.
Yucky.
But, you got some FaceTime on the post-show press conference. Saw you a couple times.
I sure did. It was a wonderful time. Shout out to everybody at the WWE press and communications department, Greg Domino and everybody over there. Y'all were fantastic. It was my very first time in the press conference, the post-show press conference. It was an experience, man. It was very it was an experience, and it was very cool. It was a lot of fun, and it was wild. Like, I'm getting, like, what was even wilder was, like, Diamond Dallas Page ended up in the press box at some point, which is totally fucking crazy, right? Like, DDP just shows up, just hanging out with Chris Van Vliet, and he is like, I'm going to go, like, we also, to tell you, kind of give you an idea, like, how the sausage made, anybody listening, like, up in the press box area, it's basically what you would imagine. Like, it's a bunch of, like, rows and shit, and then they come over and they're like, right after the show is done, when the last elimination happens, the bell rings, we're going to shuffle you guys all to the back here to go to the press room. So we're all standing there, and it's a bunch of us who are going, and DDP is just with us, and he just walks. He just comes with us to the presser. We're like, okay, this is dope, you know? I had no idea that he was sitting behind me, right? He was sitting, like, diagonal from me. So as I'm on the screen, someone else is asking a question. As I'm on the screen, I'm fucking catty-cornered with DDP, and, like, 30 people are messaging me. Oh, my God, I saw you with fucking DDP on this fucking on this presser. I was like, that's so fucking cool. Like, yeah, it was righteous, man. It was a cool experience. It was cool to get FaceTime on the cock. I can now say that I've been featured on the kick. And dude, I mean, actually, both of us have been featured on the cock now. So it was cool, man. It was a good time. Had a lot of fun.
Yeah, man. It was a good event.
Yeah.
The Rumble. It was a good Rumble this year. It definitely felt like it was like kind of like a statement show.
Yeah.
You know, where you open with the Women's Rumble, which is important. You know, one of the most important matches of the show is the first match, because you set the tone for the evening. And the Women's Rumble was really good. And in some ways, it might have been better than the men's one. But after that, you go right to the Fatal 4-Way with the Universal title. You're like, oh my God, this is crazy, you know. But you know, it was crazy, but it wasn't, because I mean I've seen them, you know, open up with their, you know, a title match here and there. Like, I want to say Edge opened up his last WrestleMania right before he announced his retirement. You know, he was like opening match, world title match. It's like, holy shit, that's interesting.
Yeah.
So, yeah, overall, I thought it was a really good Rumble. You know, came out, looked great on TV. I love that entrance way they do, where they do away with the big stage and the big video board, and then just have that modified long walkway that they have for most of their stadium shows with the reduced video screens, so to speak. And yeah, and it was a great atmosphere, great vibe. And came off great on TV. I don't know how it looked in person, but I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, basically where we sat, like anywhere you were at sitting in the press box, you were just facing right, like dead center, right? You're basically against hard camera, right? You're facing towards hard camera. And I mean, it was unbelievable. Like it was an experience. Like I would agree with you on the Women's Rumble. You know, I didn't really, I mean, there was 4 matches on the card, right? And they didn't have a pre-show. It was just a DJ there. Like they didn't have any wrestling beforehand. There was no dark shows. Honestly, I would say personally, the energy for the Women's Rumble was more than it was for the Men's Rumble. I think Naomi coming back was an insanely loud pop in the stadium. Like it was crazy. Yeah. And then 2, what was even cooler, I thought, was Jordan Grace from TNA showing up. That was, you know, those sirens hit like Scott Steiner. You're like, wait a minute, what the fuck is going on? And they show her name on the screen. You're like, whoa. And she went the distance, man. Like they really made her look strong, which I thought was great, right? And like one of the questions that didn't get asked at the presser was the working relationship between WWE and TNA. And Hunter kind of alluded to it a little bit. But I'm hyped as shit to see more of that. Like, I want to see Jordan fight Bianca and Jade and fucking Ivy Nile, right? Like, there's so many talented women in both companies that could wrestle. And I wonder, you know, again, I have no context or whatever, but I wonder how much of that working agreement, working relationship had to do with Naomi coming back, right? So I thought it was great. You know, obviously we all kind of knew Roman was going to retain. But the match went hard. Like they did a phenomenal job. You know, Kevin Owens served its purpose. That match, you know, with Logan Paul. I know there's a lot of people who hate on Logan Paul. But you know, anybody who's watching, who's got an eye trained for wrestling knows that the guy's got it. Like it, and it's undeniable. He's fucking got it, dude. And then it was also cool seeing CM Punk wrestle on TV, you know, in a major WWE event for the first time in 10 fucking years. You know, like that was a moment too, you know, and there was a lot of really great moments in the Men's Rumble. Braun Breaker, you know, all of us up in the press box, we were all talking about how fucking strong he looked. It was a lot. Yeah, it was a lot to digest. What were your thoughts overall about the Men's Rumble and the win? Like what did you take away from it?
It was definitely eventful, you know, jumping back to the TNA point, it'd be interesting if they do something further down the line, like a Survivor Series match, you know?
Oh, yeah.
They could do something Survivor Series wise with, you know, if they're willing to, you know, do, you know, another TNA WWE focused style match. I mean, the Royal Rumble is pretty safe because there's no pinfalls. You know what I'm saying? It's just a simple battle royal. You throw somebody over the top rope and, you know, the champion didn't win, but the champion didn't lose.
Right.
You know, she was protected in that sense. But, yeah, it'd be interesting to see what they do down the line, hopefully with having more people come over. Last year, they did something with Mickey James.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully next year, I would have loved to have seen Moose come out in the Men's Rumble, you know, and do some, you know, stuff like that. But, I thought the Men's Rumble was great. I I agree with the Kevin Owens and Logan Paul. I mean, Logan Paul definitely has it.
Yeah.
You know, I can understand where people have issue with him.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
I'm indifferent. You know, I don't follow his social media. I don't follow his other exploits. I just know him from WWE. You know, I just see him on WWE programming. And from what I see of him as a performer, he's a fantastic performer, you know. What else was it? Back to the Fatal 4-Way, you know, kind of expected. I kind of, you know, I'm not going to speak for everybody. I kind of expected Roman to win, but there's you know, that theory bouncing around my head that, like, you know, Roman didn't have to get pinned to lose the title. And, you know, if they're still planning on doing, you know, if there are plans, let me rephrase it. If there are plans for Roman Rock, you really don't need the belt in that involved with that match. So I was thinking maybe, you know, they would go the route where, like it had been hinted, like, you know, somebody, you know, Randy Orton pins somebody and gets the belt, and that gives you, it will give you an extra attraction at WrestleMania. You know, a Universal title match, a World title match, Rock Roman, which doesn't need a title in it. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, and then you know, coming out of the Rumble, you get the horrible news that you know, CM Punk, tore his tricep, and it's like, my goodness,
Jesus Christ, you could see it. Like, we kind of I heard the rumblings in the press box as it happened. He took a DDT. There's a name for it. I apologize, I'm blanking. He took the name, took the DDT from Drew McIntyre. And he rolled. We watched him like kind of roll over to the corner. I was like, oh, that's weird. Like, why? You know, it's grabbing his arm. Like, I wonder if maybe he twisted it or something. And then you're like, fuck, he's hurt again. Like, oh my God. Talk about the shittiest timing in the entire world. Like,
yeah.
And initially we all kind of thought that it was his previously injured tricep from AEW. And we're like, oh my God, like, did he rush it? Did he rush coming back? Like, is he still hurt? You know, what's going on? And then it turns out you find out it's the other one. You're like, oh man, what a fucking bad situation that was. You know, like what a shit luck that is.
Yeah. Just, I mean, it just seemed like the wrestling gods were on his side. You know, you leave AEW and you come back to WWE in your hometown, Chicago, and you got all this momentum, and the fans, you know, welcome you back, and you know, you're having great promos. And then he had a killer promo with Cody, you know, the week of the Rumble, and you know, a super strong. A long, super strong promo where both guys maintained their babyface status. Nobody truly went heel. And it felt like pro wrestling.
Yeah.
And then, you know, I love the line, you know, we're friends now, but how are you going to feel Sunday morning? You know, just, so, I mean, that's like a song lyric, you know?
Yeah.
And then, you know, they had the match, and he gets hurt, and has to do the promo the next night. And then, you know, now there's, you know, the issue of, you know, whatever the plans were, they're going to have to call things on the fly. And now they're using, you know, possible Cody. You know, Cody, you know, wins the Rumble. He points to Roman because he wants that battle. But then the next night on Raw, you know, Seth comes out and says, hey, you know, you should challenge my title. And again, another strong promo segment. So it just, I'll be interested to see where they go from here. I'm enjoying it.
Yeah.
You know, this is the best season to be a wrestling fan, you know, from Royal Rumble on, from, you know, we're officially on WrestleMania and the Meanie Mania season. WrestleMania season, and yeah, it's going to be fun. It's going to be interesting. I didn't realize, I love watching the pay-per-views from England and all that stuff, because you get to watch it like a pay-per-view at like 12 in the afternoon. But
yeah,
this next one, Elimination Chamber from excuse me, how rude, from Australia. Basically, I have to get up at like 5 a.m. to watch that one.
Oof,
so
God, I was just thinking about that. I was like, well, we're all going to sleep in the living room, and then whenever we wake up, we're just going to start it, and I'm just going to stay off social media at that point. But no, I mean,
that's going to be a fun one. Yeah,
that's going to be a tough one to get up to watch for sure. Like I maybe, like, I don't know if I'm that dedicated, but I will say, as a piece of breaking news, though, if you will, for a second, Meanie.
Oh.
I have not told anyone this news yet. And I'm telling you and the Pod Squad for the first time. By the way, shout out to the Pod Squad here with us tonight. Watching, commenting, fucking great crowd here. You can sign up today at patreon.com/mindofthemeanie. Tiers start, Meanie. I don't know if you know this, sir, but tiers start. Tiers start. As if I could talk. Tiers start at just $10. Sign up today and join us and watch our beautiful faces.
Get the fuck out of my face with that.
Get the fuck out of here. But
since when?
His apartment looked like shit. But I
yeah, cause
he was an interior decorator.
He killed 5 Czechoslovakians. Yeah. I gotta get that. I'm gonna get that. His apartment looked like shit for the board. But I digress, if I may.
Yeah, cause
I am officially the brand new contributor and writer for bodyslam.net. I just got the confirmation today. I will be doing my interviews and commentary and wrestling news at bodyslam.net going forward. Shout out to Cassidy Haynes and the team over there. Very excited to join the team and bring you all of my good shit. So I wanted to just thank you and let you guys know y'all are the very first people to find out. So.
Well, I think that calls for a round of applause. There we go.
I appreciate you. I'd like to thank the Blue Meanie, of course. Well, first and foremost, our Lord Jesus Christ, and then the Blue Meanie, of course. To thank you for it, because I had to do it like everybody does at the Grammys, But very excited to be a part of that team. But I digress. I am morbidly curious. Maybe that's not the right phrase, but I like the Seth promos. I like what I'm seeing on Twitter, right? Do you want to be Sid, or do you want to be Terry Funk, or Ric Flair, or whoever it was, right? I dig it. I dig that. But he's got to finish his story, right? Like, that's me personally, and I'll get your kind of take on it too. I've seen Cody and Seth. I don't want to see Cody with Big Gold Belt 2.0. Maybe later on, a couple years down the line, maybe we can run that back. But I want to see him beat Roman. That's the whole point of this entire exercise, right?
I don't know. If I was Seth, I'd stand there in the ring and go, last time I checked, your dad didn't chase Superstar Billy Graham for the Universal title.
Ooh, yeah, man.
Your father, the man who created you, wanted the World Wrestling Federation title, which is essentially the belt I'm wearing now. So do you want to be the contender for the pretender?
Ooh.
Or do you want to be the real world's champion or whatever?
Yeah.
Because that's true. I mean, Roman's the Universal champion.
But he's also the WWE champion now.
Well, apparently that new belt's the new World Heavyweight Championship.
Yeah.
So, I mean, he can go that route, and just to further entice him.
Yeah.
And I think it's more about Seth than it is about Cody, because, Seth and Cody, they wrestle each other 3 times. Cody won each and every one of them.
Yeah.
But now to validate, his own title reign, Seth needs to be Cody. to prove himself. So there's a dual purpose in that, Seth hasn't beaten Cody yet.
True.
But he's world champion. But, Cody wants a world championship that his father never held. So, there's a couple ways they can play with that. You know what I'm saying?
Meanie.
Yes, sir.
Fantasy football champs as well. Our friends at Manscaped want to congratulate you on making it to the 2024 playoffs. As for the rest, well, the fantasy gods have spoken, and it's time to shave off that didn't make the cut playoff beard. No more hiding behind facial hair. Embrace the clean slate with Manscaped's Beard Hedger, because nothing should be as unruly as your failed trade strategies. Embrace victory and join the 10 million men who trust Manscaped with our special offer. Go to manscaped.com and use promo code MindMeanie for 20% off and plus free shipping. Meanie, I want to ask you about your first impressions of the Beard Hedger and how it's helped keep the Meanie beard looking fresh and spotless.
The Beard Hedger has been a game changer. I'm known worldwide for this beard, and the Beard Hedger helps me keep it neat, keep it clean. I got my own custom settings for the guard, so I could get the same exact cut each and every time. I love the Beard Hedger, and I don't know where my life has been without it.
And I know that I have enjoyed it very well. Keeps the goober beard looking nice and tight here as well in between my visits to the barbershop. So, gentlemen, tidy up your act with a clean shave before you draft your way to redemption next season. Manscaped is the ultimate franchise player to take your face to the end zone with the new Beard Hedger Pro Kit. This package has made it easier than ever to craft your signature look and is a premium beard sculpting machine. It features the Beard Hedger cordless trimmer. It has one guard with 20 different lengths, 20 Meanie, and it's waterproof. That's right, no more drawers full of 20 different guards. Shower shave as much as your heart desires. Don't just shave, indulge in the liquid luxury. Our kit includes specially crafted formulations to keep your beard looking brilliant. And lastly, Meanie, as a bonus, Manscaped has thrown in a beard accessory pack that comes with the beard brush, beard comb, and beard scissors for the finishing touches every modern bearded gentleman deserves. So get 20% off plus free shipping by using our promo code MindMeanie at manscaped.com. That's 20% off plus free shipping at manscaped.com and use promo code MindMeanie. Get ready for fantasy football off-season like a true grooming champion with the Beard Hedger Pro Kit. You're not just shaping your beard, you're crafting a winning look. Manscaped.com. Use promo code MindMeanie, and we want to thank them, as always, for sponsoring the program. I'm going to be a mark for a second here. So bear with me. I'm going to be one of those guys that we hate. Well, actually... Wait.
I had to fix my glasses for shoot.
I got my sunglasses here. Well, actually... So
easy there, Tom Cruise. Jesus.
I don't have any specs to wear.
Cruise over there.
I'm going to slide across the floor in a second. No, I'm kidding.
Sometimes you got to say, what the fuck?
I need a pair of gimmick glasses so I can put them on when I do my dorky Dave Meltzer stuff. But I digress. Dusty, technically the lineage of the NWA WCW title is baked in now with the WWE Championship, right? After they merged it together, right? The Undisputed title, I think, right? I don't know. See, I guess because there's so many fucking variables now, because everybody was on track for Seth and Punk, and now that Punk is out, it's like, okay, well, now what do we do, right?
Well, there was the WWE title, and then they had WCW, and the WCW title, then they merged that into that one belt that Brock held for a little bit.
Yeah.
And then they brought back the big gold belt to be a totally different fucking belt than that belt.
Which had a separate lineage from the WCW title. It was just by design was the title.
But did they ever merge those belts?
No, they just, they did. They merged. So trying to remember. So Jericho won WCW and WWE belt and became undisputed, right? Or the unified or whatever they called it, right? Then when Hunter won the belt at WrestleMania, they merged them together and they brought the new belt out.
Okay.
Once that happened, I think Hunter lost it to either Hogan or Taker. That's when Bischoff brought out the big gold belt, which was separate from, this is really nerdy, guys. We apologize, but this is what we do. Then they separated from the lineage of Dusty's belt and Ric Flair's belt in WCW. And then Randy Orton beat John Cena in the ladder match. And then they combined both of those belts, as we scissor. They combined both of those belts together. And that lineage now belongs to the WWE title, even though it's like separated reign. It's like, but they still acknowledge the fact that, like, you know, somebody won the world heavyweight title. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just this weird fucking.
So fucking confusing.
It doesn't make any sense. And honestly, dude, like, I don't even give a shit about whether or not Roman beats Hogan's record. Like, I don't care. I want to see Cody finish the story. That's what I'm invested in. That's the story I want to see. And now I'll ask you on your opinion about this too, because I saw this on the Twitter, the Twitter sphere earlier, old hellscape. Cody retweeted something about it being a triple threat, winner take all at WrestleMania between Roman, Seth, and Cody. What do you think about that potential?
So when did he tweet that?
It was earlier today. Somebody tweeted a photo.
Is it his wish or is it a fact?
It's basically, I'm going to pull it up so I can get the exact.
So would Roman like work 2 nights, like one night in that match, and then the next night face, you know, Rock in a singles match the next night?
So a Twitter user, Bub, number 3M, and then the number 16 writes, just hear me out. Triple threat main event on night 2 of WrestleMania 40. Winner takes home all the gold. Winner gets crowned as the face of WWE, and post this picture here. Okay?
Yeah.
And then Cody responds with the eyeballs, just the looking over face.
Yeah.
So he's obviously, I don't know if he's, you know, he could be trolling, could be working.
We got to check that. We got to check that account of Bud, whoever, and see if that's a plant, you know?
Yeah. I'm going to check him right now, actually, now you're saying it.
Hey, who's got a friend with a Twitter account who could just post this for me real quick?
Right.
Let's check out Bud's fucking Twitter thing.
Yeah.
See if he's not a bot or just a plant.
Oh, I don't know, man. But again, what do you think about that? What are your thoughts on that? This is Mine of the Meanie, not Mine of the Adam.
That would be great. You know, let's just have one fucking main belt and just, you know, he can work Mondays. He can work whatever that new schedule is going to be once Raw goes over to Netflix and shit like that. Or whatever the new night, whatever night, you know, SmackDown is once it goes to USA. We're going to be playing 3-card Monty with the fucking TV lineup in a little bit. But it would just be nice to have one solid belt and then still have your other belts, you know, Intercontinental, Tag, and stuff like
US,
that.
Yeah, all them.
Yeah. But, I mean, that would be cool to have it the 3-way, you know.
It just seems weird that they would create an entirely new belt, right? Like, because now, again, you have 3 existing main titles: the WWE Championship, the Universal title, and now Big Gold 2.0. I feel like when Roman loses, the Universal is going to go away, right? Like that, they're going to retire that.
Yeah.
So why not just merge it all
Remember
together?
when everybody booed that belt when it first came out?
I sure do. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
They booed the shit out of it. Now it's like the main belt.
Now it's more important than the main title. I'm just saying. Just saying.
Well, you know, just like how they booed the fucking red Universal title that debuted a couple years now, that new belt will be just as prestigious and people will get over themselves.
Yep.
People hate everybody always hates the new thing. Oh, this sucks me. And then 2 years later, they're challenging for the Universal title. Yay! You know,
Yippee. Fickle.
throw your panties in the ring. You know,
Fickle.
yeah.
It's
Daniel Bryan wasn't lying. You know, Bryan wasn't lying.
it's I don't know, man. And again, it's like the records like aren't even real sometimes because they just do whatever they want. You know, they just combine stuff, and it's like, you know. But I still am of the opinion we talked about a couple of years ago. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, but a couple minutes or a couple of years ago, we talked about Brock and Roman and the merging of those titles in general. They boxed themselves into a corner with this. Like I still don't think they should have done that. That was a mistake.
Then again, wrestling's not really for the hardcores.
Yeah.
It's for the general audience. They I remember back when I was in WWE, for shits and giggles, it was on TV. Bob Holly was doing an entrance, and they just, for the hell of it, just called him a former Intercontinental Champion. Bob Holly had never won the Intercontinental Champion, but Kevin Kelly was like, "Here comes former Intercontinental Champion Bob Holly." It's like, it's Kevin. He never held the belt. He's like, felt like doing it.
Felt like the right move. Felt like the right thing to do. Yeah.
Right. So, and you get the lapsed fan who comes in, comes out, comes in, comes out.
Yeah.
No matter what the lineage is, somebody who's going to watch just to watch. I'm going to watch. The only time I watch wrestling is WrestleMania every year. Mm-hmm. Or if they just join in at Royal Rumble, like a lot of people do.
Yeah.
The new belt is, as far as they're concerned, that's the world belt. The other belt's the universal belt all over again.
Yeah.
It's like they hit a reset button. Like, okay, we painted ourselves in the corner, putting two belts on one guy. We made those two belts into one belt. We melted them down, made one belt. Now we have another secondary and another top belt. So we have two top belts. Even though there's supposed to be two lineages in the one belt, and the other belts brand spanking new. We're just going to ignore all that, and then once people just go along with the program, they'll just go see them as just two belts. One's a world belt and one's a universal belt.
Yeah,
and I'm sure that's the way they think, because it's the world of professional wrestling and there are no rules.
That's true.
I mean, geez, there used to be a 30-day title defense rule. If you didn't defend your title in 30 days, they stripped you of the belt.
That's out the window. That's out the fucking window.
Yeah. I mean, there was universal rules for all professional wrestling that most of the people abided by.
Yeah.
Except with the occasional one like Tennessee where, Memphis where the pile driver was banned, and every other promotion got to do pile drivers. And the NWA, you weren't allowed to throw your opponent over the top rope, or that was a disqualification.
Really?
Yeah, that was a AWA and NWA. If you threw your opponent over the top rope, that was a disqualification.
Interesting. I was not aware of that.
AWA had a rule where if you came off the top rope, you got disqualified.
Huh.
Because they brought in Jimmy Snuka to, 85, 86. And he did his super fly splash. And they count 1, 2, 3. And then, they came out later and said, "Oh, Jimmy Snuka has been disqualified for going off the top." I was like, well, then why did fucking ref count 3?
Yeah, what the fuck? Yeah.
Yeah, but, Crockett had the steel cage where you had to pin to win. WWE had the cage match where you had to escape the cage.
Yeah.
I always preferred the pin in the ring, but
honestly, for a cage match, yeah, I agree. Because the whole point of the cage is to trap you in the cage, right? Like you're supposed to, you're stuck there with them.
Now, in the Crockett one, if, with, the pin in the cage, if you tried to escape the cage and got out of the cage, you were disqualified.
Mm.
So those were the rules of the business back in the NWA had a rule for tag matches. You're only allowed 3 saves.
Mm.
If your partner was about to be pinned, 3 saves. And if you did more than that, you got disqualified. So
interesting.
That's wrestling. There's there's rules, but there's no rules.
Yeah.
And they can rewrite the rules on the spot, so.
Well, like
when it comes to these title reigns, in their eyes, it's a reset button. Seth's belt's the world belt, and Roman's belt is the universal belt, just like it was before they unified them.
Yeah. Well, it's like even just
that's how I see it. That's how I see it.
And then just as far as like with the title reigns themselves, I mean, back maybe even a year ago on commentary, they would, Michael Cole, there's 4 men that have held the belt longer than Roman. And then all of a sudden it's Bob Backlund's left out of that conversation, right? After he beats Pedro Morales. And now they're like, oh, it's just Hogan and San Martino. And it's like, and now they're not even mentioning Bruno anymore. It's just Hogan, right? And it's like, well, wait a second. This seems very by the seat of your pants kind of thing. Like I thought this was supposed to be a big fucking to-do here. Yeah. And now we're not really counting everything the way we should be. So right. I don't know, man. I'm excited to see where it goes tonight. SmackDown is currently happening as we're recording this. So we're going to report back next week. I'm sure we'll have a lot more to talk about them. Meanie.
What's that, Adam?
We hear this a lot. Every CBD company tells you that their product is the best. With quality control measures like lab testing and QR codes now becoming the standard, it can start to seem like all CBD brands are the same, but I'm here to tell you something, Meanie. They are not. Knowing what makes certain brands better will help you spend your money more wisely and have more confidence as you incorporate CBD oils, topicals, capsules, or gummies into your own wellness routine. And that's why we're proud to partner with Green Road CBD as an official sponsor of Mind of the Meanie. And Meanie, I know you're a longtime user of Green Road CBD. How has Green Road CBD helped you in your life?
Let me tell you, Green Road CBD is a product I've been using for years. And when we started Mind of the Meanie, I always was like, let's get Green Roads as a sponsor because I use them almost daily, whether it's the gummies, to take care of the aches and pains of 30 years of wrestling, the topical solutions that help my knees, help my back, help my elbows, help my shoulders. Green Road CBD has done everything to help me maintain a pain-free existence from all the years of wear and tear as a professional wrestler.
And to me, Meanie, that sounds like the Green Road's difference. And it comes down to a really few important points. They're just part of the reason that they've won industry awards year after year, earned thousands of 5-star reviews, and have heard countless stories from customers just like you about the impact that those products have had on your life. So Green Roads is led by a compounding pharmacist with 25 years of experience helping her community getting healthy. For her and the entire company, it's more than just a job, it's a mission. And not all hemp sourcing is equal, Meanie. I'm not sure if you're aware of that. But they select their hemp from high-quality American farms, and also not all lab testing is equal, which is why they use an accredited independent lab to conduct full panel tests on every single batch. And that's why Green Roads is an original manufacturer, not just a quote-unquote white label brand. So right now, you can go to greenroads.com, Meanie, and save 25% off of your entire purchase. Wow. 25% off of everything, Meanie. That's huge. And all you have to do is go to their website right now, greenroads.com, and use promo code MEANIE at checkout. That's 25% off your entire purchase by using promo code MEANIE at greenroads.com. Own the day with Green Road CBD, and we thank them for sponsoring the program. What I want to talk about right now, before we get into my favorite segment of the show, sir.
Yes.
I want to talk about Meanie Mania.
Meanie Mania running wild, brother.
Actually, I feel like this is more of what we should be saying for Meanie Mania.
Yeah, of course.
Because I feel like that's more to the roots of what we are here. But go ahead, man. I want to hear about all the details. I want you to share for the first time everything we know about Meanie Mania.
Well, I prior to coming on the air, or I should say, I didn't come on air, but I started talking into a mic. I finally put out the initial I've done a soft announcement of the show saying of the event. I hate even calling it an event. It's going to be a hang. We're just going to hang out, right? I've done a soft announcement about hanging out that Thursday, April 4th, 7 p.m. to 2 a.m. Today I put out like as professional press release as I can write for Meanie Mania. But here's the gist of it. Thursday night, when everybody's getting to town, you want to go to, if you're going to whatever show you're going to, WWE, independent, going to conventions or whatever, there's a place in South Philly you could go to and have a good time, and that's McCusker's. And that Thursday night, you get in town, what's there to do? Oh, Meanie's got his hangout over at McCusker's, Meanie Mania. Let's go out there and hang out with Meanie. So Thursday night, April 4th, 7 p.m. to 2 a.m., I want wrestling fans from all over the country, all over the world, all over my neighborhood. Come on out, hang out. McCusker's it's not a large place, but that doesn't mean, I'm sure there's going to be people rotating just like a typical bar all night. So I got to give a shout out. We got a sponsor for the event, Dr. Fisher's Medical Weight Loss and Aesthetic Centers, right there on Broad Street in Philadelphia. They're sponsoring the event. We're going to have some giveaways. We're going to, have at least, some kind of contests, there in person. We're still working that out. Like I said, I'm trying to softly announce stuff as we go along. You don't want to announce everything all up front because, plans change, brother. But it's going to be a good time. We're going to have giveaways. Dr. Fisher's and Mine and Meanie are presenting Meanie Mania Thursday, April 4th. So if you're hearing this, I just want to hang out. It costs nothing to get in. You got to be 21 and over to come into join the festivities. No cover. It's a cash bar. So keep that in mind. There's an ATM on site. I'm going to be doing some more announcements and more videos from McCusker's just to get people an idea what to expect when you get there. So it just seemed inevitable. That's the bar I've been going to for close to 20 years. Yeah. And, every time I go there, I post a photo of my beer and with the caption, hold my calls, right? Yeah. And people are like, man, if I ever come to Philly, I got to go to McCusker's and have a beer with Meanie. And over the years, people have come to, have come to Philadelphia or had to stop or lay over and just went to McCusker's just to have a beer and take a photo and they tag me on social media. Well, here's a chance for people who, the whole wrestling universe is coming to Philadelphia that week of WrestleMania. And what perfect opportunity to come to my favorite bar in the world, McCusker's, than Meanie Mania on Thursday, April 4th. So we'll have more announcements. We got, we're sponsoring it. Dr. Fisher's is sponsoring it. We're going to have some cool stuff to, give away. McCusker's is talking to a beer company about potential, giveaways and prize, just door prizes, stuff like that. So I'll be there. You'll be there. It's going to be a good time.
Yep. It's going to be fun. And like I said, we got some stuff in store. We're still working out some of the details here. We think we have our first giveaway lined up. We're just waiting for confirmation. So I'm not going to tell you yet, but I will let you know when we know. But definitely come out and see us. I'll be there. I will be taking in a lot of events. WrestleMania week. I've already taken the week off of my shoot jobs, and then that Monday after night 2, because night 2 is reserved for James and I to go see Cody finish the story. But I'm very excited, man. I'm looking forward to Meanie Mania. Like I said, there's no charge to get in. Just come and see us and have a good time. Bring cash. And as we get moving closer to that, we will share more information with you.
We're working on like a special Meanie drink for the night, like a Blue Meanie drink. We're going to have some commemorative cups made up for the night as well with the McCusker's logo, Meanie Mania logo on it and stuff like that. So just trying to figure out what kind of drink to have. So it's got to be blue. So We know that much, but I put out the Meanie signal to several wrestlers, and to come join us, and a lot of them said, "Hey, remind me when we get closer to the event." So there might be guys showing up, there might not. I'm trying not to overhype it.
Right.
Right. Ultimately, just come hang out with me. Let's have a couple beers. Let's put some wrestling on the big screen. We'll play some wrestling related music on the playlist. Just let's have a good time.
Just come out and hang. Just come out and hang out with us. That's all we want you to do. We're not going to be doing anything.
Sounds like I'm underselling it, but ultimately, I just want a nice drama-free night and hang out with some wrestling fans and talk wrestling.
It's not underselling it because it's exactly what it is, right? Like, it's not a party. It's not Wale Mania type style. It's just us hanging out at the bar, having a good time. We're trying, like I said, working on different things that we're going to come up with, hopefully for the night. And just come and see us. That's all. Hey,
I've had people tell me they're going to Wale Mania, and then after Wale Mania, they come over to McCusker's.
Yeah. Hey, listen, I'm doing it in reverse. I'm going to go see Cam Hawkins and my friends. Mega Ran's going to be in town as well. So I got a lot to do that night. I'm going to be at Meanie Mania, and then I'm hopping over to the or whatever the fuck it's called now, Franklin Music Hall. Going to go hang out and take some photos over there. I'll have my camera with me all night as well, too, at both locations. So if you want your photo taken with the Blue Meanie, you want it done professionally, I'll do it for free. The only thing you need to do is give me your information, and I'll send you your professional photo. How do you like them apples?
There you go.
Yep. So it is exciting. Lots to be excited about. Looking forward to it. Again, like I can't thank everybody that I met enough this past weekend at the Royal Rumble. Like, just what a welcoming environment. So many cool people that I'm looking forward to seeing again here in Philly. It's going to be a wonderful time. Meanie and I are also prepping over the next couple of weeks places for you to stop in Philadelphia that you need to see while you're here. The right food places to eat at while you're here in Philadelphia. Yeah. The right coffee shops, the right things for you to do so you can make your Philadelphia, you can maximize your trip here in Philly. Some people are only going to be here for a couple of days during Mania. Some people may be here for a week. Whatever it is, we're going to give you all the tips, all the right places to go to. The best cheese steaks, the best roast pork, the best beer places to go to. Meanie and I got you covered. So over the next couple of weeks, keep tuned to our social media pages. We're going to do all kinds of cool shit there as well. But we're ramping up, man. We are ready to go. It is going to be amazing, and I'm looking forward to it.
I've been waiting to talk about this for a while because, knowing WrestleMania was coming to town, Dougie McCusker, co-owner of McCusker, said, we got to do something while WrestleMania is down. We got the place. Let's do it. And we're doing it. And I've been sitting on this information for a little while, so I'm just happy to release it out into the wild.
Absolutely. Looking forward to it as well. Looking forward to releasing something else into the wild at this very moment, sir.
Yes, sir.
A question for you, sir.
Yo, cuz.
Are you ready to ask Meanie?
I would love to.
It's time to ask me anything.
Ask me something.
I can't remember what regular air smells like.
This is a drizzling shit.
Had to hit all the greatest hits right there. Don't forget to tweet us your questions using the hashtag AskMeanie, and you may hear them on the program. I'm going to start at the top with Pod Squad member Machete Von Kill. What up? She wants to know, will you guys be taking in any of the GCW events during Mania weekend? My weird little soul needs a Meanie and Effie interaction.
I don't have anything planned. Basically, my schedule so far is revolved around, I guess I could say I'm going to be at WrestleCon, but I'm also going to be at the
Hall of Fame accepting your Hall of Fame ring at WWE, right? Of course. Yes, of course.
I was trying to be coy.
Sorry,
Icons Wrestling convention. Battleground Championship Wrestling's having an event at the 2300 Arena. So I'll be going from WrestleCon to that, and they're having an ECW theme show that night. And then I might end up back at McCusker. I might be at McCusker's all 3 days, depending on what's going on. So we shall see. Nobody's said anything to me. Nobody's asked me, but as far as I know, I'm doing Meanie Mania. I'm doing WrestleCon. And the Battleground events over at 2300.
Yep. I would love to see a GCW show. I've never seen one before. I've heard lots of great things about it. I would love to go if I'm able to, if my schedule allows. Like I said, I'll be doing media for Butts Carlton Media, which is our wonderful property here, and potentially for Body Slam now as well. So as long as if I have time, I'd love to. One thing I forgot, sir, is our seltzery seltzers here.
Yeah,
the nice belches. You got your old fashioned there.
Like I said, I'm going to be drinking these motherfuckers till spring, even though they're for fall, but they're 79 cents a case. So fuck it.
Let's do it, man. I got one of these Johns from the Royal Farms today. It's mango passion fruit sparkling water. So
they have great fried chicken.
They have fantastic fried chicken. And you should absolutely stop there when you're in Philadelphia. There's one here in Downingtown, which I think is the closest one. I know it's like 40 some minutes away from the city, but honestly, if you want the best fried chicken you've ever had, come to a fucking Royal Farms. So
yes, sir.
We're going to crack these Johns in 3, 2, 1. Oh yeah, Tucky. Ooh, I got a little bit of seltzery head on that one. There she is. Don't want it to spill out everywhere, make a mess. That's the first time I've had that flavor. It's pretty good.
What is it?
It's mango passion fruit.
I
thought that was going to be louder. I think the baby's asleep. The last time I burped that loud, I woke Audrey up, so Courtney wasn't happy. But, Meanie.
Yes, sir.
Fantasy football champs as well. Our friends at Manscaped want to congratulate you on making it to the 2024 playoffs. As for the rest, well, the fantasy gods have spoken, and it's time to shave off that didn't make the cut playoff beard. No more hiding behind facial hair. Embrace the clean slate with Manscaped's Beard Hedger, because nothing should be as unruly as your failed trade strategies. Embrace victory and join the 10 million men who trust Manscaped with our special offer. Go to manscaped.com and use promo code MeanieMania for 20% off and plus free shipping. Meanie, I want to ask you about your first impressions of the Beard Hedger and how it's helped keep the Meanie beard looking fresh and spotless.
The Beard Hedger has been a game changer. I'm known worldwide for this beard, and the Beard Hedger helps me keep it neat, keep it clean. I got my own custom settings for the guard, so I could get the same exact cut each and every time. I love the Beard Hedger, and I don't know where my life has been without it.
And I know that I have enjoyed it very well. Keeps the goober beard looking nice and tight here as well in between my visits to the barbershop. So, gentlemen, tidy up your act with a clean shave before you draft your way to redemption next season. Manscaped is the ultimate franchise player to take your face to the end zone with the new Beard Hedger Pro Kit. This package has made it easier than ever to craft your signature look and is a premium beard sculpting machine. It features the Beard Hedger cordless trimmer. It has one guard with 20 different lengths, 20 Meanie, and it's waterproof. That's right, no more drawers full of 20 different guards. Shower shave as much as your heart desires. Don't just shave, indulge in the liquid luxury. Our kit includes specially crafted formulations to keep your beard looking brilliant. And lastly, Meanie, as a bonus, Manscaped has thrown in a beard accessory pack that comes with the beard brush, beard comb, and beard scissors for the finishing touches every modern bearded gentleman deserves. So get 20% off plus free shipping by using our promo code MindMeanie at manscaped.com. That's 20% off plus free shipping at manscaped.com and use promo code MindMeanie. Get ready for fantasy football off-season like a true grooming champion with the Beard Hedger Pro Kit. You're not just shaping your beard, you're crafting a winning look. Manscaped.com. Use promo code MindMeanie, and we want to thank them, as always, for sponsoring the program. Let's see here. Andrew Bailey wants to know, Pod Squad member wants to know, is there a potential of an appearance of Matt Riddle at Meanie Mania?
I haven't invited him yet, but there will be an invitation sent. I've invited a lot of people so far there, and the status quo was like, hey, man, just remind me when the party gets closer. Yep. This is not one of those things you have to RSVP for. You just show up.
Yeah.
there's two people who've said they're absolutely 100% coming, but you know, I don't want to put, like I said, I'm not advertising anybody. I just want people to show up.
Yeah.
You know,
Yep.
I'm not trying to sell this thing. I just want people to come out and hang.
Just have a good time. Yeah. Well, like I said, any guests, potential guests that are coming out, we will definitely let you know. But it would be dope. It would be dope to see. Matt
I'll
Riddle there.
definitely be reaching out to Matt, you know, when the time comes closer. So.
Nicholas Milani wants to know, I'm going to be on the East Coast this week. What are some must tries at Wawa?
Oh, well, for me, it's it's usually like my favorite hangover food or drunken food is the meatballs.
Yeah.
You know, meatball classic with provolone and the sauce and the I call it shaky cheese. Everybody laughs why I call it shaky cheese, but the grated Parmesan or whatever, whatever the fuck it is. I don't know. It's delicious. That's all I know with sweet peppers. But dude, their fucking burgers ain't that bad.
They're not. But, no.
Dude, I've had excuse you.
Excuse me.
No. Shit. Who am I kidding? I've had like the burger's pretty fucking good. The pizza's all right.
Yeah.
Pizza's not, but like old school for me, anytime my old faithful with Wawa's the meatball classic with the provolone, the sauce, sweet peppers, shaky cheese. How about you?
Well, I would always say if you've never had the coffee, you want to get yourself a cup of Wawa coffee. Get yourself like a 20 ounce, because if you get 24, you're going to be pissing yourself on wherever you're heading. And you'll also probably be shaking because it's really caffeinated. Like it's surprisingly like strong. People, and I guess that's a Philly thing, but I love it because it feels like I'm just jittery all day. But no, definitely get yourself a cup of coffee while you're there. I'm a meatball guy too. Like I usually that's what used to be my thing for a while. I would stop on the way home after payday and I would get myself like a cup of meatballs and some of the mozzarella cheese balls that they sell at the deli counter, or like the circular thing now that they have. And I would just toss them in there and eat them. They're fucking phenomenal. I am a big fan of the Wawa pizza. I'm not going to lie. I was very concerned about pizza at Wawa before they made it. I was like, this seems like it's going to be a disaster. And then I got it and I was like, I am pleasantly surprised. The burgers are pretty good too. I'm an old school guy though. Like I said, I've been, like Meanie, I've been going to Wawa for as long as I can remember. I'm old enough to remember. Here we go. Old man screams at cloud. I'm old enough to remember when Wawa had a deli slicing counter. Yeah. And it was like a treat to go there. There was one little stop in Richboro in Bucks County where I lived. I lived in Newtown. You had to drive to the other side of town to go to Richboro. And there was a little tiny Wawa that existed there. Yeah. It's not there anymore, but that's where it used to exist. And I would I'm a big like sliced turkey guy. So I get the fresh rolls with the sliced turkey. I get lettuce. I usually get mayonnaise and yellow mustard with it as well. Get a nice they call it a shorty or a foot long, whatever they call it now. And roll it, man. Usually really good. I'm also fond of their breakfast sandwiches as well. Obviously like the turkey sausage, egg and cheese is really good. So can't really miss.
Their sizzly sandwiches, which are pretty good.
Yeah, you can't really miss a Wawa anymore. I would stay away from like the ham and cheese or the pepperoni and cheese just because there's a lot of grease in it. But I mean, anything like a regular hoagie, you're gonna probably swing and connect with it, whatever you want. So
I'll add. I'll do this every now and then. I'll get a roast beef hoagie with cheddar, tomato, onion, and pickles.
Ooh.
What you do is don't eat it right away. Let it sit and let that pickle juice soak into the meat and the bread.
Yeah, buddy.
Let that shit sit in the fridge for a little bit. When you eat it, I love pickle juice, man.
Dude.
Yeah, I can make. One night, me and Mrs. Meanie were running low on booze, so we had like gin and pickle juice drinks. Fucking amazing. But.
Pickleback Johns from Alibi's Cafe in Westchester, man. I'll never forget them, dude. You take a shot of whiskey and a fucking bottle of pickle juice, man. Ooh, those hangovers were not pleasant the next morning.
I wish they sold pickle juice separately, you know?
Yeah, I don't know why they don't, especially because they use it so much with booze now. Like, why wouldn't they?
Oh, that'd be fantastic. You know?
Andrew Bailey Shackelford says the breakfast burrito from Wawa is legit. Fuck yeah, it is, dude.
Really?
Yeah, it's good shit, man. I would say stay away from the hash browns, though. The hash browns tend to be like tacky. Like it's just there's something. It's like they're not good. They used to be, but they changed whatever they made with them, and now they're not. They're just. Ugh. You can get it. But, go ahead, Meanie.
No, I had a burp.
Oh, I was like, no. I mean, you could get it, and like I would say, if you're going to get it, eat it with the breakfast sandwich, but get some ketchup for it because it's not where it used to be. So,
Dude, or just get like I'll do like I'll do a bacon egg and cheese sandwich. Get the hash browns and put the hash browns in the sandwich.
yes, lift that fucker up, put it right on top of there. Now you're in business. Or a pork roll, egg and cheese, bro. Oh, ooh, go! Oh man, you got to go to this place. I don't know how often you're in Jersey, Meanie, but there's a place that I discovered over by my shoot job in Princeton called the Bagel Nook.
Okay.
And oh my God, their pork roll, egg and cheese sandwiches are fucking phenomenal. We get one like once a week on the company dime. It is amazing. So if you're ever over there, if there's any listeners in the Princeton, Plainsboro, New Jersey area, go try the Bagel Nook. It is fucking game changing. Get the hash brown on the sandwich too. Mwah. Throw some hot sauce on that bitch. You are in for a treat.
Yeah. Another thing, if you're coming to Philly, go to Green Eggs for breakfast. That place is fucking amazing.
Yeah, dude, that is a great spot.
They literally have a thing called the kitchen sink. And it's no joke.
It is fantastic. I've been eating there a couple times. It's wonderful.
Yeah.
RJ Krasinski, what's up, dude?
What's up, RJ?
What's going on, man? Thanks for your questions every week, brother. Who do you guys think will be the one to beat Rhea Ripley? Go Bills.
No fucking clue, man. I see her holding that belt for a while, you know. And that's the thing I like about the H. It's like the title reigns are a little bit longer, you know, with the triple Jesus, you know.
Yeah.
I like that the title reigns are a little bit longer, a little bit more meaningful, you know. I always hate it when they would do, I hate when they hot potatoed the belt like that, you know.
Yeah.
So who beats her? Oh my God, if I had to, honestly, I don't know. I see her holding that belt for a while.
Yeah, I don't know. I think if it's going to be anybody, it's probably going to be Jade.
Maybe.
Seems like that would be the right choice. I don't think Bailey's going for Rhea at WrestleMania. If she does, she's going to lose. I think you're going to see Damage Control splinter apart, and I think Bailey's going to go after Io's title. That to me makes the most sense.
Yeah.
Just based on the storyline, just because I've been following it, it seems like that's really where they're going to go to. I think you're going to see a Bailey face turn again. It's not going to be like the hugger stuff that, you know, she's past that now. I think it's going to be just a face modern, like what you see now with Bailey.
Yeah.
Jade's probably, I mean, I could see her going up against Becky, but I don't think Becky's going to overtake her. I think Rhea's the dominant champion. Rhea's like Roman on the women's side. I mean, she's just dominant, like just running through the entire roster. I think they're going to put her in a program with Naomi now that she's back. But again, I think if I'm putting my money on anyone in particular, I'd say probably Jade. That would make them, I mean, they're both like, you know, superhero looking women. I don't know. That would be, it's like Doomsday Superman kind of shit, you know?
Yeah, pretty much.
That's where my head's at. So we'll see. It will remain to be seen, but thank you for your question. And then our last question of the show, our friend Primetime Grape wants to know, it's the first time I'm reading this. Would you rather be stuck in a car with a belching 164 beer deep Andre the Giant or in a farting 43 cabbages eaten Andre the Giant?
Oh, the belches.
Yeah, for sure.
Though I wish there was like audio proof of one of Andre's farts.
Yeah.
Because, you know, Rob Reiner tells a story from Princess Bride where they're having this scene, and halfway through the scene, they hear fucking this long, loud, monstrous fart. And they turn around and it's Andre. And it's like a 60-second fart. And Rob goes, you all right, Andre? And Andre goes, I am now, boss. You know, I just wish I could have heard at least one of his farts just to gauge it, you know. And so over the week, somebody sent me a video of animals farting. You know, there's just one of like this horse laying there, and I was like, that's probably the closest I'm ever going to get to hearing Andre the Giant let out a fart.
Yeah.
Unless somehow I could get the Big Show to crop dust me, you know, Paul. I'm sure he's got some fucking. You can see the kind when you see the air rippling around him.
Yep. You see the fabric moving as he farts. Yeah. Jesus Christ, man. No, thank you.
Dude, I heard the best fucking description of somebody farting. There was a photo of this guy with a tray of food or whatever. It's like barbecue stuff and all that stuff. And the comment underneath was, I bet you can fart and launch a cotton ball over a farmhouse. It's like, bro.
He's got the Little Caesars pizza and he's dipping it into the Wendy's chili. Yes. That's what it is. Yes.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Your farts can launch a cotton ball over a farmhouse. Fucking amazing.
Oh, my God.
I'm mad I didn't think of it.
Honest to God. That would have been. We could test it still, though. I mean, that could be Patreon exclusive material if you want. We could get you some Wendy's chili and some Little Caesars pizza and see what happens, brother.
Just mic my hallway up the day after my Cuthbert's excursion and my walking farts all the way from the bedroom down to the fucking bathroom. Like,
oh my God.
Brother.
My goodness. Well, we want to thank you all for your questions this week. As always, don't forget to tweet us using the hashtag AskMeanie, and you may hear them on the program. Pod Squad, we thank you all for joining us again this week. Don't forget, you can watch us record this live each and every week by joining patreon.com/MeanieMania, and you'll be able to watch us live. But Meanie, I want to know, and thank you always, sir. Let me get that out of the way right now before I do my ad reads, my plugs. I want to thank you right now for doing the show with me every week. I'm excited for Mania season with you. I'm excited for Meanie Mania, but I also want to know, where can everybody keep up with all things blue when they're not listening to the program?
If you would like to follow the Blue Meanie on all forms of social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, at Blue Meanie, BWO, wherever you follow on social media. If you would like to support the Blue Meanie, go to ProWrestlingTees.com/Blue Meanie. If you would like to support Mind of the Meanie, go to ProWrestlingTees.com/Mind of the Meanie. Collar and Elbow, the wrestling brand, go to collarandelbowbrand.com and use coupon code Meanie or use coupon code MIND. Save 10% over there at collarandelbowbrand.com. Now that you got the stylish wrestling shirts, you want your bearded fellow like myself. Look good, feel good, smell good. Go to madcatbeardcare.com. Get the Blue Spruce Beard Oil and Balm. Shout out to my boy, Josh Sorton. He's doing an amazing job over there taking care of the cats. If you're a cat lover like myself, support madcatbeardcare.com. He rounds them up, takes them to the vet, releases them back better than he found them. The Ultra Pro Wrestling video game coming to all major consoles in 2024. Ultra Pro Wrestling contains not only original characters created by the awesome Hal Haney, but many real-world wrestlers, including myself and many others, I'm trying not to spoil, even though it's so hard to keep them a secret. Go to ultraprowrestling.com or follow them on Twitter at UPW Video Game. That's ultraprowrestling.com and on Twitter at UPW Video Game. The figure collection's Bone Crushing Wrestlers Series 1 variants of the Blue Meanie are available now. But for how long? I don't know. All Series 1s can be ordered now at shop.figurecollections.com. That's shop.figurecollections.com. Type Blue Meanie into the search bar and order away. Shout out to Jim Nelson over at glaciersofice.com. Jim made a 3 of 3 only handmade custom BWO Air Jordan 1 sneakers for Stevie, Nova, and myself. Each pair takes Jim about 50 hours per pair. So if you want to see these beautiful works of art, Jim has updated his social medias. You can follow him on Instagram at Glacier Studio Art. Follow Jim on Instagram at Glacier Studio Art. To have the Blue Meanie on your podcast, go to podstars.net. That's PODSTRZ.net. Register your podcast and then book the blue guy and let's have a good time. Cameo.com/Blue Meanie BWO for birthdays, holidays, and well wishes. Please book through the site. Please don't book through the app. The app takes way too much of your hard-earned dollars by the time it gets to the talent. And that's for all the talent. Go to cameo.com/Blue Meanie BWO. I did a really funny one this weekend, and I can't wait to see their reaction to it. But we're having a lot of fun over there at cameo.com/Blue Meanie BWO. But most importantly, Mr. Barnard, where can we find you, sir?
Well, thank you, sir. I appreciate that. You can find me on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, Threads, and Blue Sky at This Is Goober. Yes, it's my handle. No, I'm not changing it. It's a brand, pal. So you can follow me there. Shout out to my friends over at Fightful in the Weeds, Joel Pearl and Jeremy Lambert, for having the homie Cam Hawkins on today with the shout out on a great episode today regarding the big news in wrestling, which you know what we're talking about. So you can go and check it out at their YouTube page. It's a wonderful conversation. I highly recommend it. But again, This Is Goober. Yes, it's my handle. No, I'm not changing it. It's a brand, pal. Foundation Radio. Go and subscribe today. YouTube.com/Foundation Radio Pod. The goal is to get the subscribers up to 200 before the end of this month. We're at 125. All of my content from the Royal Rumble is there. All of my Foundation chats with Kofi Kingston, Bronson Reed, Nia Jackson. Also, you get to see me dance with A New Day. That's right. I did the dance. I did the thing with A New Day. So go check it out. And you can listen to all of my content at foundationradio.net. So go and check it out today. Brothers Gaddor with the official, very first licensed Adam Barnard Wrestle Buddy. You can go there now and pick them up. How long? I don't know, because there's only a handful left. You can also go ahead and pick up a Blue Meanie Wrestle Buddy. And as you know, your favorite podcast host, your two-pack, that's right, Tupac, whatever, two-pack Wrestle Buddies, Meanie and Adam. Go today, shop right now, brothersgaddor.com. Go to thefeinbergmethod.com and use promo code Goober and save up to 20% off of your entire purchase. My trainer, Brad Feinberg, is ready to help you with your physical and mental well-being this year to make you the best version of yourself in 2024. So go to thefeinbergmethod.com and sign up today. Shout out to the homies at the 10th Ward Barbershop for providing me all of my good looks and also the shirt that I wear through the entire Royal Rumble weekend. So go to the 10th Ward Barbershop.com and sign up for your appointment today on the outskirts of Lawrenceville in downtown Pittsburgh. And tell them Goober sent you. ProWrestlingTees.com/Mind of the Meanie. ProWrestlingTees.com/Foundation Radio. Pick up a shirt and keep the lights on at Casa de Meanie. And the Barnard home for wayward and troubled youth. Don't forget to go to Patreon.com/Mind of the Meanie and sign up today to join us as we record this episode and all the other episodes for just $10 a month. You get to see us every single week. Shout out to our sponsors, Manscaped and Green Road CBD, for sponsoring the program. And don't forget to use our exclusive code, because Mind of the Meanie is an official brand partner of WWEshop.com. So in the show notes, don't do it while you're driving. Pull over if you need to. But when you're done, wherever you're safely stopped, go and click on that link and support the show and pick up your favorite gear to support your favorite WWE superstar today at WWEshop.com. Click that link. Thank you very much. Meanie, I want to thank you for doing the show each and every week with us here.
Thank you.
Appreciate you. For the Blue Meanie, I am Adam Barnard. Join us again each and every week as we take a trip through the mind.
Blue World Order.
Of the Meanie. Peace.
This episode of Mind of the Meanie is hosted and executively produced by the Blue Meanie and Adam Barnard. It was mixed and engineered by Carl Pinnell. Additional narration is provided by the executive voice, Sam Krebs. That's me. Our intro music was performed by the Swamp Candles. Our outro music was performed by Chikara. Additional musical accompaniment is performed by Enrichment. Follow us on Instagram and Twitter, or X or whatever, at Mind of the Meanie, and become part of the Pod Squad by going to patreon.com/Mind of the Meanie. Find our entire show archive at mindofthemeanie.com. This has been a Butts Carlton media production. Butts Carlton, proprietor.
Blue World Order.
That was Blue Meanie's brain out.